Hello everybody, I'm Just here and welcome back to Arifureta Season 3, Episode 5, which I'm recording right after Episode 4, meaning I'm gonna be all caught up to this one, which is very, very good. What happened in the previous one? Well, the previous episode was showtime of the Haulia and Hajime's plan of liberating the Haulia and Beastmen in general, exacting revenge on the Empire, and also destroying the Empire, not fully, but partially at least, all at the same time. And as a very nice side effect, we also saved Lily from having to marry that one dude who she probably wouldn't want to marry. Everything went surprisingly well. I really was expecting some sort of complications, but none were there. It just went all according to plan. Cool. I mean, good. I like how simple Arifureta is in this way. It started, of course, with the entire thing was that ball and that like infiltration thing. So yeah, the Haulia infiltrated the castle, killing a bunch of guards on the way. They probably planted some bombs or something in some strategic buildings. Put some of the guards to sleep as well. We also know that they secured princes, grandchildren of the emperor, and princesses, and everybody who matters. Then Hajime had a dance with Lily. Lily came dressed all in black, in very morning colors, as an overt, but also not so overt way of voicing her displeasure with this arranged marriage at the same time, which I really enjoyed. I always like this sort of, overt but covert at the same time, right? During the dance, she asked if Hajime would save her. If she said that she wants to be saved, she told him that she would be probably abused by her by her soon-to-be husband and by all the concubines and whoever else he deems to get into his orbit. And Hajime said that you're probably gonna be saved anyway, and your husband is finished anyway, so it's like whatever, really. Like, I would save you, but there's no need for that. Someone else is gonna manage to do that. And so they did. A bunch of Haulia run. Well, they turned off the lights, then they run into the ball hall and started attacking the Emperor, killing the guards. The guards posed absolutely no challenge. The Emperor was a bit of a tougher nut to crack, though, but eventually he too succumbed to poison. In the meantime, Shia grabbed her gun hammer and went to prevent any reinforcements from coming, and it just so happened that the reinforcements were spearheaded by the dude who originally captured her into slavery, which was a perfect stroke of luck. She, of course, didn't have any issues dispatching of all the soldiers and of that dude either. She sent him flying to the moon with a nice hammer hit. All that was missing was a team rocket, just a blink in the sky. But alas, it did not happen. Eventually the Emperor succumbed to the poison, which was not a deadly poison, it was just a sleeping one, but meant for monsters. He got doused with antidote. Well, he got pelted with a bunch of arrows first, then he got doused with antidote by the head of the Haulia, and he was given four vows that he's gotta make, right? The Haulia put a necklace on him, a necklace of vows that binds whatever vows you make with your life, and if you break those vows, then you die. If you take off the necklace, you die, and your counterpart, the one who forces you to take the vows, also has that necklace. And also they die, or like both of you die, I think, something like that, right? You can't take the necklace off, in any case, and you can't break the vows. And the vows were as follows, if I remember correctly. Free all the beastmen. Yeah. A non-aggression and non-interference pact with the forest, the abolition of slavery, and like in general mistreatment of the beastmen, and to write all of that into law and obey it unconditionally. Yeah, those were the four ones, and I remembered. I'm proud of myself. I remembered all of them. The Emperor, I fully expected him to reject that still. Well, he did reject it plenty of times, but every time he did, something happened. First, it was the prince, Liliana's soon to be husband, who was mercilessly slaughtered. Then it was the slavers' barracks who were exploded, killing a couple of hundred of soldiers. Then some other military installation. Then something else. I don't know what it was exactly. I don't think they mentioned that. And four times the charm, apparently, or fifth rather, the emperor eventually agreed to the demands. He made the vow, and there we go. Great success. The Howlia are free now. The Beastmen in general are free. Job well done. They get praised by Hajime, and that's it. What's gonna happen with Liliana in the kingdom, though? That's a big question. Like, Liliana was hoping to ally with the Empire to strengthen the kingdom because it needs strengthening, it needs allies. Well, now there is no prince to marry, so political marriage is out. Just a regular pact, just a regular sort of alliance. I don't know. The Empire is weakened through those explosions and all those soldiers dying. Its like position on the global political scene is also gonna be damaged plenty, right? Because there were, I'm assuming, plenty of people, perhaps even from other nations, attending that party, and they've all seen just how easy it is for the Haulia to exact their demands on the Empire. They're gonna lose a lot of political strength in that because they allowed for that to happen and they showed weakness, and now they have a bunch of destroyed infrastructure, and now they're gonna also have to completely redo their entire industry and pretty much everything, because all of that is based on the beastman slave labor, and they can't do that anymore. They can't use that anymore. So they're gonna have to rethink how they build buildings, how they deal with, I don't know, trade, etc., etc., etc. It's gonna weaken the empire a lot, meaning it's probably not gonna be the best ally for Liliana's kingdom. Meaning she's probably gonna have to look for allies somewhere else, or they're gonna have to ally anyway, but they will be on a much more level field in that alliance, where the kingdom might be helping Empire rebuild while the Empire provides military assistance. Maybe something like that, right? It's gonna be interesting. I wonder if we see what exactly is gonna happen with that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Maybe after some time skip, we're gonna meet with Lily again. But right now, it seems the first frame of the episode is Hajime's airship, and I'm assuming Hajime and the gang leaving. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. I don't know what exactly. Are we going for the next labyrinth? Are we stopping by somewhere else? The title of this episode is Heroes Return, which might refer to Koki going back to their like OG country where they started from, or it could refer to Hajime returning there. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see what exactly happens in this episode, right? Shall we? And to do that, you're gonna need your subs, of course, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show, and I'm gonna have to ask you for support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, it costs nothing and helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching Arifureta Season 3, Episode 5 in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, the beastmen are free. Oh, Hajime makes for a transport, gotcha. Oh, why would it be? Hmm. Hmm. Why? Also, Lily? Yes, Lily. She changed her hairstyle. I didn't recognize her. Yeah, basically. Oh, does she want to ally with the Beastman country now? Makes sense actually. Like the Empire is basically a small fry right now, and the Beastmen might turn out to be a more powerful ally. Whoa, 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 whoa! That was sharpness. uh, yeah, I wanted compensation to ease up a little bit, something like that, something like that. I don't know, man. Maybe this looks decent. I think maybe it's gonna look as it's the best that I can do. Ah, lighting conditions really change season to season. Lighting now is completely different than during the summer. The sky is overcast. It's already getting dark at 4 p.m. I think I should invest in just stronger lights and maybe like a main light and a fill light or something like that. Ah, could be a good idea. And the awkwardly long sequence of them moving without music. Uh, yeah, the hero returns. Oh, the Emperor? Sup? Fat chance, yeah. No. Whatever do you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he gives a fuck. He has plenty of women. And plenty of riches. Yeah? I mean, are you surprised that she was ignoring Bayus, though? Of course. Is she? To whom? Not to Bayus, he's fucking dead. Yeah, just as I thought. I mean, again, she can't marry a corpse, can she? Unless they didn't kill Bayus. Which would be weird because it was pretty fucking clear that he died off screen. He doesn't need your help with that. Cruel. He wants to go back. But that's basically all he wants. And also that, yeah. True. I mean, he can make an airship and he has a whole entire harem for himself. He can turn soil into gold if he wants some riches. It's nothing he would desire. Hell, he can start a new empire if he wanted to. It's no biggie for him. Just touch the ground and the castle sprouts up with fucking ICBMs in the turrets. He can just declare, this is my empire, this is my area. If it belonged to you, well, it doesn't anymore. See ya. And that's it. He doesn't need anything more than he already has. A touching reunion. Oh, were elves in captivity as well? And by the looks of it, some sort of a elven princess? I thought it was just beastmen, unless the Empire was treating elves as beastmen as well for some godforsaken reason. You know, like healing magic to restore the forest or something? Yeah? Well, looks more like time reversal magic, really, but still, forest restoration spell. Kinda. Oh, she's gonna get her own cult as well. Hajime has one, and now it's her time. Yeah. Why are you wearing the mask? Did Hajime give it to him to hide him? When did that happen? They ain't the weakest anymore. They really aren't. Not after Hajime's training. Yeah? So I guess the Haulia is welcome back in the forest? So we must prepare. Civis pacem parabellum. Yeah? If you want peace, prepare for war. That's basically his speech. Something tells me the elf dude is not happy about that. Also, I love the contrast of the Haulia having their ears like pointing straight up and the other rabbits having them like bent and floppy. Oh, ears immediately up. They're already Haulia. True. Yeah. Now they're warlords. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the purpose of his visit. Sure. You're very cocky for a loser. True. Yeah, he only lost to Haulia. That's fair. Yeah, you were all sitting there twiddling your thumbs. That's, I mean, fair, honestly. Yes, he is. uh, yeah, not with that attitude, especially. Yeah, don't throw her away. She can behave at least. Flying an airship tiring? He doesn't need repayment, does he? Yeah. The smiles on their faces. Yeah, that would be a good first step, I'd say. Oh, seems only fair, yeah. Who's the purple haired woman, though? Isn't she just a regular human? You're weak. We only saved ourselves. You're gonna be no different than the Empire. Yeah? uh, well, he takes a hard stance. Yeah, I mean, They got a bunch of their brethren back. They had a successful mission. Of course, everybody wants to join. What's wrong with you, UN? That's a big ass tree. Your words, Shia, as a kid? Oh, yeah? You fulfilled your mother's ambition. But the more the merrier, ultimately. Yeah. Surprising moment of Hajime's sincerity towards Shia. Like, she's usually just the butt of every joke, but this is sincere. I mean, you're already a lot of help during this travels, so kinda. She is a bit of a mascot of the group, isn't she? That's a nice song. A kiss? Lap pillow. Yep. Again, a nice moment of sincerity among all the, you know, jokes and Shia being the butt of them. That's a very nice moment for Shia. I gotta say. Hmm. I mean, yeah, she does have a body of like a demigod or whatever it is. Fair. Uh, they're metagaming. Right, that's the plan. Yeah, I remember now. Oh, so right. There's a labyrinth in the forest. This was like one of the first ones that they've seen, but they couldn't enter it, right? That was a thing in like season 1, I think. Could be mistaken still, but I think I'm onto something. And that's the episode. All right. Really good song in the ending. Like perfect to just, lay back a little, just rest and relax. Okay, so that was an episode pretty much what I expected from it, right? I expected, whatchamacallit, a bit of a transition episode. I got exactly what I thought I'm gonna get, right? A bit of a summary of the events of the previous arc, then a bit of slice of lifey bits, and then a hook to the next arc. Yeah, that's exactly what we got. Again, the simplicity of Arifureta. It's not trying to do something super horribly complicated and convoluted. It just does things simply and easily and still fun. Yeah. Oh? That's real world. It was all a dream. uh. Childhood friends, you Altina's Labyrinth. It's gonna be something like illusion thing, right? And he's gonna be back to his like perfect life. He returned with all his wives, and he's gonna have to find the strength within him to dispel that perfect illusion and go back to the imperfect real world, right? Something like that, probably. Let's watch it again, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right. Yeah, all of them freed. All things considered, not that many. I expected there to be like thousands of beastmen being imprisoned at the capital, but there's much fewer than that. Mm. The Council of Elders ordered our execution once. Why exactly? Are we not gonna learn the reason for that? Is it because the Haulia decided to be, I don't know, to stop being like whimsical forest creatures and start fighting, and that doesn't agree with the sensibilities of the council? Something like that, maybe? I don't know. Oh, penning. Yeah, and we are immediately switching the comedy, turning it up. Even the Emperor is a comedic character right now. And yeah, there really isn't much for you to give Hajime. He has basically anything. Free romance isn't on the table, but at least we have time. Again, who's she gonna marry if the crown prince is dead? And I mean, the emperor probably has more children than that. So there's probably like second in order, right? Second in inheritance, and the third prince and the fourth prince or whatever. So if they kill the second prince, then the third prince is gonna marry, right? Probably something like that. If you wanna get her, I can help. Yeah, he doesn't particularly though. He already has his harem full. Setting fire to a forest is forbidden. What happened here exactly? Oh, right, the Emperor burned the forest. Right, right. That was his voice. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're going back to some of the storylines and some of the plots of season 1, right? Like, I don't remember the elf guy from season 2. I don't think. Although he could have appeared in season 2 and I just forgot. I vaguely recall asking Hajime to retrieve his daughter, but only just about vaguely. And I'm not even sure if I recall it correctly. So. Interesting that elves are among the beastmen, though. For sure. Yeah, broke a bunch of forests. Now, thankfully, we have someone who specializes in holy healing magic, and now Hajime has his own cult. Now, not Shia. What am I talking about? Kaori. Yeah, now Kaori has her cult. Next is gonna be Shia, Yue, right? Everybody's gonna have their own religion, and they're gonna create a whole fucking pantheon to the point where when they go back to Hajime's world, they're just gonna be worshipped as deities, aren't they? Absolutely. And yeah, of course, it was the Haulia. It wasn't me. Plausible deniability. Uh, I expected Shia's father to maybe attack them or something like that to show them the strength or to like forcefully take over this like forest nation because he believes that uh, all beastmen must grow stronger, and with elder council like that, they're not gonna because they're bona fide pacifists. So, well, if the only way to make them grow stronger is to take the reins of the country and force them to get stronger, I'ma fucking do it. I thought it's gonna be something like that, but no, just a speech, pretty much entirely towards the rabbits. Civis pacem parabellum. If you're looking for peace, prepare for war. Yeah, we're gonna teach you how to fight, and you're gonna be able to prepare yourselves and to fight for yourselves and to prevent the situation that happened with the Empire from happening ever again. And she's not wrong. The gentle bunnies of the forest went extinct, indeed. There's gonna be more Haulias now. He doesn't seem particularly pleased about that fact. Yeah, and just like that, thrown back to the capital like a petulant child. Easy. Yeah, gonna stay with the elves. That's a very nice city. Nobody objects to nullifying the expulsion. Yeah, that was already decided. Seat on the council. No, I'm not with you. I'm not your sworn ally. I don't want to be on the council because we are not one nation, right? The nation of Haulia are their own people, and if you mistreat us, then we will direct our swords towards you. If the Empire does it, we will direct our swords towards them. If some sort of a principality or whatever holy kingdom appears, then we're gonna fight that kingdom, right? We are fighting for ourselves, and you're not like a direct ally of ours. Yeah, we didn't save all of beast mankind, we just saved the Haulia. We just saved us and ours. The rest was collateral, essentially. We're not your allies. They were betrayed by the forest nations, in a way, right? They were expelled. They were essentially left to their own devices. What did you think is gonna happen? That they're gonna come back begging and crawling? No. They are strong now, and you are weak. It's you who should be vying for support from the Haulia. It's you who should be wanting to be allied with them, not the other way around. The balance of power has shifted, and shifted a lot. You dare threaten your brethren? No, you're not brethren of mine. We're fighting for the rabbits. Just the rabbits. Cool. Maybe short-sighted a bit. Maybe a bit more, maybe directed a bit more by vengeance and the desire to get even, whatever that entails, rather than like pure, you know, whatchamacallit, pragmatism, right? Because it would be beneficial to them to be allied with the forest nations, ultimately, right? For, I don't know, to get more food or more recruits or whatever, right? Instead of limiting themselves to just rabbits, why not take some cat people recruits, for example, right? So it seems a little bit more directed by the desire to get even and like establish themselves firmly in place when it comes to the like balance of power here, rather than any sort of long-term potential effects of that decision. But still, what's that reaction from her? Did she figure out that it's something important that Hajime has to do alone, and she wanted to discourage them, or what exactly was that? I have no fucking clue. Interesting that Shia's mother wanted to be a hero. The return of a hero. Yeah, both Hajime and Shia in this context, and Yue and Shizuku and Tio, right? All of them, Kaori, all of them are essentially heroes. So, and they did return. Well, they didn't return because they weren't from here, but Shia did. Shia, the hero, returned to the forest where she's from. Yeah, that works for a title, sure. I really like the sincerity of this moment. I really do. I get so used to Shia just being the butt of every joke, just being, I don't want to say abused at every corner by Hajime and the gang, but being kind of the punching bag a little bit of the entire team, right? She basically became very close to just being comic relief at times, even. So I'm glad that Hajime can still treat her seriously, right? It's like she's happy go lucky, she's constantly, smiling and being ridiculous and whatnot, and she probably doesn't mind the ridicule all that much if she can make the others smile, and they know how far they can go with that ridicule, right? It's this sort of thing where if Shia told everybody in earnest, like, listen, like, we had our fun, but I really don't appreciate how you ridicule me at every step, they would stop. Like, no questions asked, right? I truly believe they have this sort of a relationship. But here, it's a somber, but also a little bit happy, I guess, melancholic, maybe, important, big, serious moment, and Hajime can understand the gravity of the situation. He's not, making any jokes. He's not trying to ridicule Shia here. He's not cracking any witty one-liners or anything like that. No, he's earnest, and he earnestly spells out that Shia is precious to him. Not as a joke, not as a maybe joke, maybe not as a way to get under US skin, right? But in earnest. Like, I might be joking a lot about you being important to me, but you are legitimately important to me. And this is the moment he was able to spell it out. Cool. I really, really, really like this moment between them. There's time for jokes, and there's time for being earnest. And this is earnest. Completely and utterly. I did expect a kiss though, or I expected a fade to black or a camera moving off screen and Hajime and Shia proceeding to make some more bunnies for the Howlia tribe, but none of that happened. Just a good old-fashioned lap pillow. And a little bit of a joke at the end, right? It's basically their in-joke right now, right? Like, it's not Shia legitimately asking, when will you fall in love with me? It's not Hajime replying that there are no chances, right? And it's just an in-joke. Like, Shia knows that Hajime loves her, and Hajime knows that Shia loves her, and they, you know, they understand it, and that's why they can joke about it, because it's something unshakable, and it's very easy and very simple to joke about unshakable things, right? I would say that it's, well, not the only thing you can joke about. There are no taboos in jokes. Uh, but how do I word it correctly? Like, again, they know that they are in love with each other, so they can jokingly say that they are not, in a way. If their love was not set in stone and unshakable, then that joke could be treated as not a joke, could be misunderstood, could be hurtful, right? Maybe Shia would be putting a smiling face but crying on the inside, right? Things like that could be happening. But it's unshakable, it's immutable, it's there, and that's why they can keep up this joke. Again, very, very earnest moment between Hajime and Shia. Very much appreciated, because I usually don't like the trope of one character being the butt of every joke and being borderline abused by the main cast, but always putting a good smile to it, and they're never treated seriously, they're never treated earnestly. It's just painful to watch. It's like slapstick form of character assassination to me, in a way. So it's really nice to have those real, earnest moments to establish a character as a character, first and foremost. Comic relief second, right? There's a difference between characters who are just comic relief and ones who are characters, but they tend to be comic relief sometimes. And she is firmly in the second camp. And in general, characters should be characters first, whatever kind of character you make. I made this point during Dandadan, during Shangri-La Frontier, where the best kind of a mascot character is a character, fully fleshed out character, who also happens to be a mascot of the show. Instead of having a mascot who is just kind of thrown there and is just kind of there. Maybe it falls on its face every now and then. Oh, ho, 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 ha, ha. How funny. Right? Like, that's not funny. That's not a good mascot character. Character first. Whatever other traits you want to give them come second. Cool. Good episode. I enjoyed it. Although we still have this after credit scene. Yeah, Kaori eliminating some monsters, I guess, showing off her strength, training maybe, and entering the wood labyrinth. Yeah, this is some sort of a illusion thing, absolutely. Tree labyrinth is a perfect illusion that needs to be shattered to go back to imperfect reality. That's how I'm gonna say it. Not imperfect word, imperfect reality. Yeah, that's probably what it is about. Because this is essentially like Hajime's perfect life. right? Back in his world, without, like, with his arm fully working, with his eyes fully working, him being back to his high schooler self, but at the same time keeping Yue, Shia, Kaori, Tio, all those people around, right? That would be perfect for him. Because as it is now, he would have to choose, presumably, whether he wants to go back to his world or stay with the people he grew to love in this world, or right, or maybe separate those people from their families so that they go together with him. Would he be able to like separate Shia from her family, etc., etc.? So the perfect solution would be just merge the worlds, essentially, right? Kinda. Like bring the people that he grew to love from that world into his world so that he doesn't lose them, they don't lose their loved ones, and yet he's back in his real world, in his OG world, I'm gonna say. And this is this sort of an illusion, and it's gonna be hard. It might be hard for him to break out of it, but I think he has just about enough conviction to be able to act immediately when he notices that something is off. Right? Like he's not gonna fall into the, well, it might be an illusion, and I kind of sort of remember things, but it's also a very good world to be in, so I'm gonna stay a little longer. No, he's gonna be like, Shia would never say that. It's an illusion, and starts blasting, right? It's gonna be something like that, I think, if anything. So yeah, cool. I'm interested in seeing what's gonna happen in the next episode, Haltina's Labyrinth. But right now, that's gonna be it for episode 5. And it was a good one. It was a perfect transitionary episode between two arcs, right? We get a bit of a fallout of what happened in the previous arc, right? We got the emperor imprisoned, the pertractations with the woodland tribes, bringing all the kidnapped and enslaved people back to their hometown, right? We got all of that carried over from the previous arc. Then we got an entire middle of kind of sort of slice of lifey things, right? A little bit of talking to the woodland tribes, establishing Haulia where they are right now, kind of closing up their arc a little bit. Then a very appreciated earnest moment with Shia, and then a bit of a hook for the next labyrinth, showing everybody enter it, and then a bigger hook showing us a little bit of what happens inside of that labyrinth. Cool. Also glad that we got a bit of a confirmation, reminder of what is the goal of Koki and the other heroes here. Why are they traveling with Hajime? I kind of forgot, and I thought that they might be traveling back to their like original town, or maybe going back to notify someone that God is evil, or maybe going to retrieve their classmates or something like that. But no, they want to grow stronger, and the way to grow stronger is to complete the labyrinths. So they're just tagging along with Hajime to also conquer the labyrinth, to also grow stronger. Yeah, cool, makes sense. And again, very, very good that they got that reminder, because I really honestly forgot what was their goal there. Anything else about this episode? Oh, how did tea get on my clothes? I drank it well, I think. I think that's it about this episode, honestly. It was a good one. Not particularly much happened to talk about besides that, like, last segment a little bit. And the point of the Haulia chieftain, right? Is he making the right decision to cut himself off from the forest tribes? I wouldn't say so, but we'll see where that goes. I guess maybe in the future, maybe we're gonna go back to the Haulia, see how they're doing again after all that happened. Probably. It's not the last we see of them. That much I'm sure of. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Good episode. I enjoyed myself. But did you? Did you enjoy yourselves watching this episode? If you did or you didn't, Either way, tell me all about it in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode? My reaction, my theories, stuff like that. No spoilers, please. Spoilers can go to my Discord if you'd like. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to be notified of future videos, not only Arifureta but also Shangri-La Season 2, Dandadan, Mecha Ude Mahonare Mao 2099, and plenty others coming in the future. Click the bell to be notified of when those videos go up and when I go live, because I stream sometimes. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, it costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Zarene, Dr. Wataka, Master Marsh, Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them if you want without having to ally with the forest tribes.